Hi there, it's LDake again with Kale Realty, your Illinois licensed broker. And today I wanted to introduce to you a wonderful neighborhood that you may not be aware is even there. It's called Avondale. It's one of those rectangle neighborhoods that actually falls between Irving Park and Logan Square, which are two larger neighborhoods. So I can understand if some folks is like, oh, I thought that was part of Irving Park, or oh, I thought that was part of Logan Square. It's like, no, it's its own thing. But I understand if you're not from here and you may not be aware of that. Some other folks, they're like, oh yeah, that's where Kuma's is at, or that's the Bucket of Blood store is over there. It's like, yeah, those things. And you know, Honey Butter Fried Chicken is over there, and Chief O'Neill's is over there, that whole strip on Elston. Up on one of the rooftops on the north side, there's a TARDIS up there. So if you really look for it, you can find it. I saw it there a couple years ago myself. But yeah, Avondale's a little bit more than that. Has a really nice park over there with a more modern field house. I believe it's called Brands Park, right off of Elston. There's another really nice park, Avondale Park, which is on the other side of the neighborhood. And that's actually over by one of my favorite stops to get dumplings. It's a market, an Asian market, and they have like this little spot on the side where they sell all different kinds of dumplings. Now, if you're hungry, for 10 bucks, you'll get a whole clamshell full of variety. But yeah, Avondale's a little bit more than just, you know, a place to go eat. As far as the architecture itself for homes, you've got a lot going on. Avondale is one of those neighborhoods where it's a little bit of everything, and it's a little bit more than you may be expecting. Like the homes themselves, you're going from modest to luxury. You're going from whimsical to minimal, historical to modern, and there's plenty of renovation, restoration, rejuvenation, and of course repurposing as a whole. And I'm sure that you're noticing behind me lots of different styles of homes. One of my favorites is right on the corner of Belmont and Pulaski, like right at the edge of the neighborhood, is where the Florsheim shoe factory was, and they converted that into modern lofts. And I love how they kept it looking, you know, the way it did, but they just, you know, brightened things up a little bit. If you ever have the opportunity to check out one of the units inside, it's pretty awesome what they did with it. So it's like it's the old meets new, industrial meets, you know, residential, all in one spot. And of course, it's pretty handy for getting around because you're right at the intersection of Belmont and Pulaski. Plus, Milwaukee is right there too. So 3 bus lines, which, by the way, you've got even more bus lines than that. Addison, of course. You've got Diversey, the Kimball Holman. You have California as well. And of course, let's not forget about the Blue Line. Addison, which is like right on the cusp of Irving Park, of course. And then you've got the Belmont, which is truly Avondale. And then the next one, which is actually on the Logan Square side at Diversey. So, and actually, you know, the Belmont Blue Line, they made this really big shelter above it. They just put it in a couple years ago. And again, it's one of those where I'm talking about where it's, you know, kind of modern, but yet at the same time kind of whimsical, and it's really interesting. And the Belmont bus actually pulls in to drop folks off so that you can get straight downstairs to the train. You know, it's just a really interesting little pocket, and if you have an opportunity, I would invite you at least to stop in to get some awesome grub, right? So let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like to check out a home in there. I'd love to show you.
And remember, I always have time for you and your referrals.